I'm going to break down exactly how we helped one of our clients generate over $25 million exclusively through SMS last year, right? This isn't how much the brand made last year. This is just how much the brand made from SMS and Postscript. We're going to be diving deep into the metrics, the retention strategy, the acquisition flows, the campaign messaging, and the real tactics you need to know to properly utilize SMS for your brand. So let's start with the overall performance snapshot. I'm going to give this a quick refresh so you guys know this is real. Brand has generated over $24,833,000 in the last year through SMS with a total of 133,000 total subscribers, a 0.87% unsubscribe rate, even though we've managed to send over 760,000 messages in the last 30 days. The subscriber LTV is over $217, which tells us a single phone number to this brand over the lifetime of that subscriber is worth over $200. You can do the math on that. And the big one here is that we are generating $1.66 in revenue per message sent. And like I said, we're sending over 760,000 messages in the last 30 days, 5.71 messages per subscriber. What's really cool to note here is that the industry average for revenue per message is around 30 to 60 cents. And so the fact that we're extracting 3 to 5x the value is definitely something to, break down. And what's even cooler is that we're actually retaining 73% of subscribers over a 30-day period while sending over 5 messages a month to each individual person. So what we're going to look into today to get started is, first of all, list growth, right? How have we acquired over 100,000 subscribers in the last year? How are we acquiring close to 10,000 subscribers a month? Let's go ahead and break that down. So one thing to note, guys, is that list growth is going to be a vanity metric if you're not actually growing your list with the right people. And so the way that we're doing this by not only growing rapidly, but growing in a smart way is very simple. Number one is utilizing intent-based capture and opt-ins. So this brand's pop-ups trigger based on behavior for this brand. So for example, on the homepage, the pop-up doesn't just trigger right away. We have a 10-second delay to actually ease the customer into opting in. We have exit intent pop-ups on product pages and post add to cart triggers. The key point in our pop-ups is that it's value-driven messaging, not, hey, opt in and get 10%. We're saying, hey, join the SMS list to get early access on sales, VIP deals, exclusive bundles, etc. And number two is the checkout strategy. So the checkout can be a gold mine for SMS when optimized properly. Simply adding an optional field where people can opt in with their phone number to either get shipping updates or VIP deals is a great way to add qualified buyers to the list, not just people who are browsing your website. And number three, we actually utilize a pure paid acquisition funnel where we have a couple of campaigns dedicated to sending traffic to a landing page with the main priority of collecting email and SMS opt-ins. We'll use things like a lead magnet giveaway or a product quiz, which allows us to start filtering from day one based off of intent. Now let's talk about the backbone of revenue for SMS and for this brand in particular, which is automation, right? Campaigns are huge, don't get me wrong, but flows are what's going to generate your brand consistent revenue month over month. And so you can see with this brand, we have literally pages, I think 11 pages of 13, 15 different pages of flows. I think it continues to go on. We're turning them off, we're turning them on, but we have them based off of different actions customers are taking. And so let me walk you through some of the best flows and automations that we use. Number one is going to be a simple back in stock automation. So whenever a product comes back in stock that people have opted in for, a real-time SMS is going to go out letting people know, hey, this product is back in stock, grab it before it sells out, which not only creates scarcity, but real urgency because this product was just sold out and now it's back, and the click-through rates are going to be much higher on this type of messaging. Number two is going to be a review request flow. Super simple, but most brands don't utilize this. Right after someone buys, they get a review request SMS. So based off of how long it takes for your brand to deliver your product, typically we set this at like 14, 15 days. We're sending a message basically asking people how the product was, requesting some sort of review or UGC, because now you can actually receive pictures back utilizing Postscript, which is really cool. So not only is this a great way to build social proof, but it actually drives a lot of repeat purchases because you can incentivize people to leave a review and get a discount. Number three, Every brand should have this, right? Abandoned cart SMS flow. So this isn't just like a single ping. This is typically a sequence of messaging that comes once someone abandons their cart, typically 10 minutes after, a quick reminder. 2 hours later, we might send them some social proof like a UGC or a testimonial. And then 24 hours later, or depending on what the time frame is, we're going to be sending them an incentive-based offer, right? So something like a dynamic discount or whatever the case may be. And then number 4 best performing flow is simply going to be your post-purchase nurture. So after someone buys, you don't want to allow them to vanish into thin air. So you should immediately build a flow that includes their shipping information, tips for utilizing the product or taking care of it, as well as cross-sell or upsell messaging down the line, and even utilizing like restock alerts or early access to new products is a great thing to add post-purchase. And so let's move on. Oh, I just realized, guys, that I was showing you the campaigns when we were speaking about the automations, but just to quickly show you, all right, I think, like I said, we have 11 pages of automations. And if I go all the way back, right, I believe this is, I'm not sure on the timeline here, but you can see like we have certain flows, automations, $1,000, $47,000, $250,000 in revenue. So it really depends. Now let's move over to campaigns and overall messaging. Like I said, in the past 30 days, guys, for this brand, we sent over 700,000 messages. But the key here is that we're not spamming these people. So let's quickly break down their campaign calendar. As you can see here, guys, we are making upwards of like 30, 40, 50, 100K per campaign, sometimes over like close to 300K a campaign, really depends. This is obviously a much larger brand, but typically the campaigns center around just 2 things, right? Either it's going to be a promo message, very direct, often tied to like a product drop or a bundle, but this is very direct with a clear call to action. And number 2 is simple like value add messages throughout the month. So whether that's like styling tips for the product that we've given them, early access, restock alerts, etc. Like I said, on average, we're sending over 5 messages per subscriber each and every month, which is enough to stay top of mind without overwhelming them with too many messages. And the real secret in terms of being able to scale this is segmentation. This is how we're sending high value messages at a high volume while maintaining low unsubscribe rates. So you can see in terms of audience segmentation, again, I think we have like upwards of 5 different complete pages of different segments of audiences. And this allows us, like I said, to send a much higher volume of messaging with a low unsubscribe rate because these messages are very direct to a certain group of people each and every time. So some quick, easy segments are going to be basically segmenting people based off of purchase history, whether they've purchased product A, purchased product B, or different SKUs, etc. Put those people into their own segments, message them accordingly. Engagement levels, right? So making sure that you're segmenting maybe people who are frequently opening your emails and consistently clicking on them versus people who haven't opened them and haven't clicked on them in 30, 60 days. Geography-based segmentation is great, right? Especially for shipping. If it takes your brand 5-6 days to send a product to California versus 2-3 days to get it to New York, right? Great to kind of have different messaging there. And then a great one is timing. And what I mean by this is like, whether it's like birthday segmentations, how long they've been on your list, whether they're different to a new subscriber versus a VIP subscriber. By only sending high relevant messages to individual segments, this is how we're able to maintain not only a 73% retention rate on our subscribers month over month, but have the ability to send over 500,000 messages every month. And so again, guys, zooming out over the last year, this brand has sent over 12 million text messages with $25 million attributed to Postscript and SMS. That's nearly $2 every message we send. This isn't just a side channel for this brand. SMS is one of their top 3 revenue drivers along email and paid traffic. And so what can you do with all of the information I've given you today? Number 1, start with quality list building. Use intent-based pop-ups, exit intent pop-ups, segment your opt-ins, and focus on buyers. Number 2 is build your automated flows right away. At minimum, you want abandoned cart, welcome series, back in stock, post-purchase, and product review automations. Number 3 is track your LTV per subscriber. Huge. Don't just be looking at things like click-through rates or unsubscribe rates. Know how much each phone number is worth to your brand and build messaging around that. Number 4 is segment early and segment often. Even the simplest of splits of your audience is going to start to make your messaging much more relevant to each customer. And then lastly, test your message frequency. Find that sweet spot for your brand. Start with 3 to 4 messages a month and work your way up, and make sure you're monitoring performance to find that sweet spot in terms of generating revenue and not increasing your unsubscribe rate. If you want help with any of this, guys, whether it's paid ads, email and SMS marketing, conversion rate optimization, or user-generated content. Link in the description to work with myself and our team. But the main point is, guys, that this brand didn't just try SMS for their brand. They committed to it. They allowed us to build the systems, optimize it, and turn it into a major revenue driver. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.